Well, hello there, my friends. Chris Marcus here with you for Arcadia Economics. And this morning, a quick video as we do have an update out from Kuya Silver. They have provided an exploration update for their Silver Kings project in Ontario and wanted to pass along some of the details of that. So let us dig in here. Since Kuya launched the project in 2021, they've done a total of 5,084 meters of drilling, which includes 3,344 meters at the Kerr project, which is part of the larger Silver Kings project. And Kuya has re-assayed some of the diamond drill intervals from the previous operator that had been capped at 1,500 grams per ton silver, and also completed extensive surface mapping and 3D geological modeling of the area to better refine the targets. And in this update, they provided some discussion of the implications of Kuya's 12 diamond drill holes. And they also talk about some of the details from the work programs they've done in the last 2 years, as well as newly recognized details on the zonation of the mineralized veins and plans for future exploration. At the Kerr Lake area, recent drilling has expanded the size potential of the North Drummond target through the identification of new mineralized structures that appear to be part of a vein cluster at depth. As they drilled in the vicinity of the 2018 North Drummond discovery, Kuya intercepted both extensions to and newly identified vein structures with multiple vein orientations. The highlights include hole 21-11, which intercepted two significant vein structures at depth. And looking here, we see 22 grams per ton silver, 0.68% cobalt over 0.3 meters for 471 grams per ton silver equivalent at 260.7 meters, and 186 grams per ton silver and 0.5% cobalt over 0.3 meters for 515 grams per ton silver equivalent at 282 meters. Reassays of the over limit silver, which was capped at 1,500 grams per ton, from the 2018 drill program, included a composite of 1,042 grams per ton silver equivalent over 2.2 meters, which included 2,420 grams per ton silver and 0.05% cobalt over 0.3 meters. And the North Drummond target is set to be a major focus of this year's exploration program. Some of the other new drill intercepts include 251 grams per ton silver, 0.77% cobalt over 0.3 meters for a 759 grams per ton silver equivalent, and additional reassays of the overlimit silver from the 2018 program include 5,390 grams per ton silver and 0.59% cobalt, 1,910 grams per ton silver and 0.51% cobalt, and 1,810 grams per ton silver, 0.02% cobalt. And we have a comment here from David Lewis, who is the exploration director for Kuya, mentions that in 2021, Kuya was a newcomer to the 550 million ounce cobalt silver mining camp. Although through the completed acquisitions and the imminent exercise of an option, they're on the verge of having the largest property package in the camp, which has produced approximately 1/6 of the total historical silver production and remains highly prospective for new discoveries. The initial drill program at the Kerr project was designed to test for additional mineralization near high-grade intersections from drilling done by the previous operators, and now they've intersected a mineralized vein cluster at depth that suggests the potential for an economic target near to the surface, but also remains open to the northeast and at depth. The 2022 exploration work that Kuya did was focused on refining the chemical and structural characteristics of the silver cobalt mineralized veins, and now demonstrate how the target veins are zoned with high-grade silver in the core, surrounded by cobalt and nickel with base metals in the vein extremities, which is going to allow for further exploration and would be crucial to defining a mineral resource in the future. Here on the map on the left, you can see the Kerr Lake area relative to the Cobalt town site and the Silverfields mine. And here, if you'd like to pause this, on the right, you can see the details of what has been found at that area. That Kerr Lake area is part of the Cobalt Ontario silver mining camp, and about 10% of the 550 million ounces of silver production was recorded to have been produced in 7 mines in a 4.5 square kilometer area surrounding Kerr Lake from 1905 to 1965. And the mines have also produced over 930,000 pounds of cobalt. The silver production at Kerr Lake came from narrow high-grade silver, cobalt, arsenide veins and vein clusters, and the current fieldwork suggests that the Kerr Lake area and the vein cluster at the North Drummond target and other areas host comparable structures with potential for similar discoveries. The North Drummond target area is immediately north of the historic Drummond mine and is generally underexplored. Newly discovered high-grade mineralization was drilled by Electra back in 2018 in North Drummond area that assayed over 1,500 grams per ton. And Kuya had the original sealed pulp reassayed yielding 2,420 grams per ton silver, and followed that up in 2021 by drilling 4 holes nearby that were designed to test the mineralization on 25-meter centers laterally and at depth, which intersected a vein cluster at depth that likely projects towards surface. And they're going to be doing follow-up drill targeting that will be shallower and closer to the major rock contacts, with mineralization being open towards surface. We also drilled at the Crown Reserve, Hargrade, and Drummond Fleming target areas, and follow-up drilling beneath the Carson vein at Crown Reserve, and show that mineralization continues below the known mine workings and warrants further work in that area. In 2022, Kuya initiated an ongoing vein geochemical study to examine and characterize the mineralization and orientation of the silver cobalt veins. And the last note here is that fieldwork is ongoing at the Silver Kings project, where a conceptual structural model of vein emplacement was produced in early 2022 and is being refined through field mapping, geophysical data, and historic compilation. And the faults, which commonly host mineralized veins in the camp, have been identified and extended on the Kerr Lake property, including several from 100 to 300 meters along trend from the unmined 1980s era high-grade silver drill intercepts. So that's the exploration update of the Silver Kings project from Kuya. A lot of information in this one, so the link to the full press release so you can go through that and get some of the technical details is in the description field below. And congratulations to Kuya on the progress they are making with their projects. We'll look forward to catching up with David Stein of Kuya again soon. And we'll wrap up for now, but thanks again for checking in.